What's up, everyone? My name is Tags, and I like to play the tower. But anyways, we're back here with a quick video on a minor update. I got some other players with me. If you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick.
Hello, I am 589. I've been playing the game since May 26, 2024. I am nearing 1 sextillion lifetime coins. My current stones is nearing 170,000. I am a Legends player, currently rank 50 in the game.
Let's go. What's up, guys? It's JP978. I've been playing since maybe October of 23. That's when it says I started, but a couple months after is probably when I picked it up. I'm nearing almost 90,000 stones, which is nuts. And I am at 42Q. Let's go.
Hey guys, I'm Big Mike. I've been playing since July 2025. I am at approaching 20 small Q LTC, and I'm flip-flopping between champs and legends right now.
What's up, everybody? I'm Rossetti, Legends player, top 50, lifetime coins of 1.84S. Been playing since December 21st of 2022, with my 3-year anniversary coming up Sunday. I got just over 200,000 lifetime stones.
All right, and to round out the group, I am Dizzy. I have been playing since August 4th, 2024. My lifetime coins is 5 Big Q Quintillion. My lifetime stones is just over 100,000. And I am a rank 1600s legend player.
All right, and I guess for myself, I'm Tags. I have about 20 Big Q lifetime now, a little over 100,000 stones. I've been playing since February 2024, and I am currently top 1,000 in Legends League. So anyways, now I'm guessing you guys already saw the patch notes. You know, every time they say there's a minor update, we all know what happened last time. This is what they call a minor update, and they start out by discussing about the toggles menu. Has anyone messed with that yet, or seen any of that recently?
I think it's cool they finally added this, man. It's been a long time coming. I know a lot of players are probably happy with the confirm, even 200 stones, 100 stones. I think the gem one is really weird, though. What do you guys think about that?
It's nice for accidental misclicks if you're looking at your labs.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know about the gem thing being that big of a change. It's cool,
yeah. I just think it's like, why would you add it? 200 gems to spend like a toggle for that.
Yeah, 200's nothing. You can get 200 in less than a day if you're paying attention.
But yeah, no, it's cool. Especially like the brighter spotlight, the cinematic gems tags. That's cool, bro.
I'm just happy there's an option to turn this toggle off. Someone like me who buys 40,000 gems a month, sometimes far more. Actually, usually way more than that. I have way more than that to spend, so I'm glad I can turn that off.
I want to turn it off when I'm buying modules. Like, just let me buy the modules in 10. Like, I don't want to click confirm every time. So I think that's great, even just for normal gem purchasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the one things in the update that most people will probably turn off. I think most people turning on would be that range enemy shooting line. I think that's cool, guys.
I have so much going on my screen. I have yet to actually see it, even though I have it turned on.
It's really small. It's like this little tiny ant dotted line, and if you have like ranged enemy 3x damage and then like lower range, it's right outside your wall. You barely see it.
I'll have to slow down and pause the game right at the start of a run to actually see it real quick.
Yeah, I noticed it. I noticed it earlier. When you do a higher range, it's more noticeable. But yeah, when you take that perk, it's like right on the wall, basically. It's real thin.
Yeah, that's cool. It's very different, especially so you could probably see it in the beginning before you take the perk. And if you've worked on the lab, that ranged enemy range lab, then it'll move further in. So most people would be like, I can't see it.
Oh yeah, you know what? So now it'll be more noticeable. But I'm probably one of the outliers here. But I I'm actually glad they finally. I think I asked for this for a while. And I'm finally glad they make the spotlight brighter. I've been like looking for that for a long time. I'm
That
glad they
is
finally
cool.
did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am
Finally.
too.
Yeah.
Another one I've been seeing on social media for like jokes and stuff is like is there gonna be a meta for the pause menu? Is somebody gonna find the best pause menu? Because now you could make the game run while you're paused.
That is nice.
I didn't realize it was running still.
Yeah, so there's a toggle now. It says auto added
Oh.
pause in menus. So now people
So yeah,
are
the
like,
game will
yeah,
still run while you're
I-
looking at your perks, while you're looking at
I
your
misread
labs.
that. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know it like kept running in the background. I thought it just paused it.
I'm really surprised that they did that because Freds has been really adamant, and understandably, that he does not want to like take away the particle effects and like a lot of the visuals because he knows that all of us are going to turn everything off and run the game in like the least visually appealing way, which is like not what he wants for his
Yes.
game.
yeah.
Is this the same thing? Because now we're not rendering all this stuff. Like, are we going to run 120 FPS and getting more coins per minute because the game seems to scale with FPS and income?
Exactly.
Did they just give it to us? Is it
That's
happening?
why.
I
That's
hope
why
so.
like, you could open like target priority, like the game will still run. You can open up your stats, your lifetime stuff. The game will still be running.
Yeah, we'll have to test it, but I'm
Yep.
curious.
This should have been their day one, in my opinion. But I'm glad they're finally doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, other than that, yeah, the confirmation stuff, it is what it, I mean, it's whatever. Oh, funny enough, the auto restart, some of the people on Reddit, they thought that they just removed it altogether. I think they read it wrong and they got like they got confused. Like they thought they got rid of it completely, but nah. It was it just doesn't show on the screen anymore. I think you have to like set it up in a different screen now or something.
Yeah, they moved it. They moved
I
it
think
to
it's-
another
yeah.
layer.
Yeah, they moved it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to the toggle
So they
menu.
did. Yeah. All right. Anything else for the toggles? I mean that basically.
Yeah, the only
sums
thing I have
everything
to
up.
say there is my spotlight is 78 coverage, or what? No, 88 coverage. So I only have 2 degrees where I don't have spotlight. So I think that's going to be a little interesting.
What do you mean by that? Just the visual visual?
Yeah, so 99% of my screen is spotlight, and 1% of my screen isn't spotlight. So I'm curious to see how that'll work.
Bro's gonna have a floodlight on his game.
Yeah. Other than that, it says here a little bit about lab improvements. I kind of noticed this earlier. They added a slider button, so to pull up the slider stuff. Anybody notice that?
I'm hyped about this, especially for the range. If you want to change your range, like to high to low, like clicking that thing 100 times to go up and then back down if you're running low range, like probably all of us are. Yeah, this is such quality of life. We needed it.
Yeah, for sure.
Am I mistaken? Doesn't it work? Does it work now so that there's range in between the levels, or is it still like level by level, or is there now more incremental adjustments you can make to range?
That's a good question. I'm in a run. I actually can't see it. I don't know if you guys are outside of one, but
Yeah, I haven't looked at that, but
yeah.
that's how I perceived it.
I still don't have the update, so
I
can't tell
believe
you.
so. I had it up earlier.
Still don't
When you
have it?
click on one of them,
No.
you could either do like one click at a time with like a plus or a minus, and then they have like a little bar that you could slide across. So like if
Yeah.
you want to go straight from max to minimum, you could do that now without
So it's
having
a
to click
natural
100
slider.
times.
And then one thing they did add with that going on that tags is we don't have to keep range and shockwave favorite at the top anymore. If you just press that
Yes.
slider button, it gives you all the labs that have a slider on it.
That's so nice.
What
Oh
else
my
has
gosh,
a slider
that's so
besides
nice.
shockwave and range?
The bot cooldowns when you get there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's about it for now.
Yeah, us noobs don't know
Yeah.
about that stuff.
But also, there's a lot of people that don't know you can adjust your range or your shockwave. Earlier players,
Oh
Believe it
yeah,
or
like
not, it's a
outside the
shockwave.
run, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So having that there will help a lot of people. at least know what has a slider and what doesn't.
I think we need more of that. There's a lot of things that I wish I could turn on and off or like disable. Like, oh, I did that lab and now I might have foot cut myself for a new strategy I want to try. Like, I want more control. Like, I hope this is, a sign of that to come. I could be wrong, but
I think it definitely is, Dizzy, for sure.
would
We'll
be
find out
nice,
in the
yeah.
new year.
Yeah, because for the longest time, I think that these two things should be adjustable. The swamp radius and the chronofield range. It would be interesting to mess around with those, just to see how that would affect like the farming and all that. I don't know. I think it would be interesting to
Yeah.
try out for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It would be nice, especially for people who are doing like reverse orb devo and stuff, and because poison swamp, if it's too big, it's like stunning stuff like way outside the tower, outside your range. So
589, is there any lab that you wish had a slider besides the Deathwave armor one?
Oh
Well, I
yeah,
don't
that
see-
too. Oh my god.
I do
Yes.
wish Extra Labs had a slider, but I don't actually have those labs. The only lab slider I actually use is Shockwave size. I don't even use the ranged lab. I have it level 50, but I never touch it. So
Wow.
personally, no. I mean, my swamp size is perfect. I do have the lab maxed. I do ban the perk and runs, but in tournaments it stuns the fleets perfectly, so I can still kill them.
Yeah, man. You know what? Like these days now, that 98-meter range, it's perfect for tournaments and stuff. So like, you don't even need really to adjust the range in the lab, because just throwing in the card with maxed out in the workshop with range 0 in the lab, that's fine. That's more than enough, like for range. In
No,
my
what
opinion.
tags is talking about is a lot of Legends players, higher up players. What do you say, tags? 98 meters is like the go-to now, or
So basically,
98.3.
so long story short, with Spotlight Plus, you have to run the range card because of the range mastery, and the best range is basically 98.38 in my opinion, which is just it's just 69.5 with the range card, and that's all it is, and it's perfect.
okay?
Because then you don't need a shockwave size substat, because as long as you could get your shockwave to like 2.9 or 2.95, it's fine, So it works out really well in my opinion.
Nice, man.
Yeah, so other than that, anything else for the sliders?
No, I think it's a good change. I think it's a sign that I hate saying this, but they're listening to the community a little, and that's all I got to say about that. Just
Yeah.
a little, though.
Yeah, about that. There's something else later on, but let's get into the meat and potatoes, because I know a couple of yous definitely got like a thing or two to say about this. And what I'm talking about is, and what I mean is, I'm talking about the change they made to Fortress. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is in terms of the tournament adjustments, but
Yep.
so it looks like they're adding 2 new battle conditions. One's called Skip Decay, and one's called Skip Reduction Multiply. If you guys want to, or like your thoughts on that. I don't know how this is going to affect the tournaments. I kind of wish they would have went a different way with this, but I mean, I guess it is what it is now with this.
Yeah, so they pretty much killed DLS in tournaments here. They did make maxing it out in the workshop more important, but they pretty much killed ELS plus. Decay means virtually no matter what your ELS is by wave 1000, you're gonna have almost 0, even if you have 90%. So I mean, Econ is almost dead, because Econ was the single most important factor for ELS plus. They killed ELS plus. What does Econ provide now? It provides assist labs. How good are assist labs? C tier. We're 30 levels. 70 levels are from Stone. All free-to-play players, all mid-level players, just invest in Econ and damage, or crowd control and damage. Econ isn't worth it anymore, because there's no reason to spend your coins, with the exception of masteries. Make sure you can afford all your masteries. After that, you don't need Econ anymore. They pretty much killed it.
That's a very hot take. Shots firing.
Ooh.
Shots fired. So before
Yeah.
we even go into that, guys, let's talk about what like skip decay is. In the description, it says enemy health and attack level skip chances are reduced by a percentage every blank waves. and they gave us an example. So in Legends, every at level 80, every 20 waves, you're gonna lose 1% from ELS. In Champion, every 40 waves, you're gonna lose 1% from ELS. So if you do the math, and that's what 589 is talking about, you will get up to 0 really fast.
I will say
Yeah.
though, it's not going to be by wave 1000 like he was saying, because that's operating under the assumption that it starts off the run at level 80. Like most
Yeah.
battle conditions, it's probably going to start at a lower level and increase as the heat increases.
So we'll see how that works. I'm curious.
Yeah, because what if it starts at level, I mean, like, what if level 80 is at, like, wave 800? Well, I mean, that'd be a little too high, but, I mean, I don't know. Like, what if it starts at level 10, and then it goes up to 100 at max heat? I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Okay, here's my response to Versetti. The current battle condition for Legends, at least in the last tournament, it starts you off at minus 50%, provided you don't have the battle condition. I assume it's going to work the same way here. I assume the multiplier is going to be 0.45, or which is what they said for Legends League, and I assume that the decay is going to instantly be maximum heat as soon as you start the run. I don't know that for sure, but I'm assuming that is the case based on the evidence presented.
It is entirely possible that that will be the case, though, and honestly, until less than 24 hours from now, we won't know for sure.
Yep. And that's, so again, going on the second thing now, the skip reduction, the multiply. That's I'll just read it off the patch notes word for word, guys. It says removing enemy level skip reduction. So it says the previous enemy level skip reduction battle condition has been rebranded to skip reduction minus subtract. It has been removed from all tournaments. It will remain untouched on the normal tiers it was already a battle condition for. The skip reduction lab will still impact the battle condition. So we'll see how that goes, guys.
Now, one thing I also will say, it appears, now don't quote me, it appears that the enemy level skip reduction lab that we've had since the release of version 27 that you unlock at tier 21 wave 1000, it does appear to actually affect the skip reduction multiply, though I won't know for 100% sure until this lab finishes in about 10 hours. But I did look at my tournament tab, and though it does still have the battle conditions from the previous tournament, it has updated with the new skip decay and skip reduction multiplier, and my multiplier is higher than what Legend says. I don't know if that's just from the battle condition lab or in addition to from the enemy level skip lab. So that remains to be seen. Hopefully that is the case. I'm hoping in the future they're going to add a lab for the skip decay, because we have one for every other battle condition. It would only make sense that they did. I'm honestly surprised it didn't come with this update.
You know what I forgot too? Since we, if you finish the battle condition reduction lab, the regular one, are those numbers going to be lower? Is it going to be reduced for us that every 21%? Maybe it might only be what, like 0.8% instead? I don't know.
I don't know, because not every battle condition's affected by that lab, which I don't really like that they don't tell you which ones they are. That's
that would make sense
about the way that is not communicated, because I was operating the assumption until I asked even been 589. I was like, oh yeah, like once you get that lab all the way full, like you should get 2 seconds back on your battle, your duration reduction. And everyone's like, no, it doesn't work like that. It's not affected by the lab. And I'm like, what? Where was it communicated? Nowhere.
So again, in the patch notes, it says value is, the value by the X, whatever. It says value is impacted by both battle condition labs, generic and specific, and is tied to the level of the battle condition.
This is the generic lab we're talking about right now. So.
Yes. Yeah.
I just wish they would be more clear about which battle conditions were and were not affected by the generic or a specific, for that matter. Like specific, sure, that makes sense, but like, shouldn't the generic one work on everything? But it doesn't.
Yeah. 589. I have a question, bro. I mean, this is a discussion about econ, and I know you're going like free to pay players, and we're talking like you don't need it anymore for enemy skips. But like at some point when you max out all your damage labs, and the only way for you to get damage or econ is through the Workshop Plus, how can people do that without buying stones? How can they get more damage if they don't have a
So go
high
here
econ?
too. Glad you're asking this.
How can people get more damage without buying stones?
Without if they max out their attack lab, damage lab, crit lab, and they want more damage, but they don't have a high econ, how can they gain that?
Well,
If
the only answer I can provide is the majority of your stones come from tournament if you're free to play and you're not buying stones. So you need to invest those stones into more damage and more crowd control to earn more stones. It is more crucial than ever that a free to play player stays away from econ, unless they're at the point where they can reliably afford card mastery, because that's the biggest jump your tower can have. Other than that, econ should be neglected if you're mid or free to play. You need to invest your stones into damage and econ so you earn more stones.
damage and crowd control.
You could always have someone else
Absolutely.
buy them stones too. I mean,
In fact, CC is even more important than damage now. Chrono Field just became S tier for tournaments.
It hasn't not been that way for a while.
It
though?
has
Chrono
been
Field,
been S tier until fleets were introduced. Then it dropped down to around high B tier. But
You are right.
now
Yeah.
it's S tier again.
And you mean S tier because probably the scaling of the tournament, which is something we haven't talked about. It's jumping to 17, right? And you need Chrono Field more.
Yes, correct. ELS Plus was just the biggest factor for determining how far you go in tournaments. It was nerfed to the ground. They shoved it in a suitcase. They shoved the suitcase in a jail cell. They flew it to space and threw it in a black hole and used a time machine to ensure no one can access
boy.
it. It's gone. It's
Oh, well.
dead. ELS Plus is gone. The next biggest factor is crowd control. Enemy stats don't matter if they don't hit your tower. It doesn't matter if you don't kill the enemy if the enemy doesn't hit your tower. Crowd control is now everything.
There you go, guys.
Okay.
589 said it.
Why
Yeah.
not Workshop Plus damage though? I'm looking at the numbers here. It's 15.29s if you don't have any discount for damage plus, crit factor plus. Something I can pull up some of the other numbers. Attack speed is like 1s to max it out. Like that's serious coin.
I want
99%
to
of the player base.
I want to inform you of something, Dizzy.
Tell me.
Before ELS Plus was changed, right? One single click of ELS Plus was more beneficial than 35 clicks of Damage Plus in Workshop Plus.
I believe
And
that.
the next important thing besides ELS Plus was crowd control. Crowd control was slightly below relevancy in terms of ELS Plus. Damage was even less relevant than that gap, and that came after crowd control. Crowd control is number 2 by a long shot. Damage only matters after your crowd control is near maxed. In fact, I'd argue Poison Swamp, which was very low tier before, is actually almost relevant again. In fact, I would encourage everyone to get Poison Swamp, not for the damage, for the CC. Because you are going to die to overcharge. If you are in Legends League right now and you're a mid to late game player, you're going to die to overcharge. You need crowd control. Damage is not going to help you against overcharge. Overcharge is going to shred your tower like Brian Shaw fighting a 5-year-old child. You need crowd control. You need to push him back because you are not going to beat him.
Okay. Well, I'm always dying to overcharges. So what recommend someone like me do if you're in my seat? Because that's literally the most dangerous thing. Bosses not scary anymore. What does the swamp do to an overcharge? Because I actually don't know this, and I bet a lot of people don't.
589. He's talking about overcharge and harmony conductor, or what specifically?
Yes.
So I
am talking cannon assist, and I'm talking core assist. Get your harmony conductor. Get your death penalty as your assist modules.
What does harmony conductor to miss, right?
30% chance for an enemy stunned by poison swamp to miss. But you can have 4 perma poison swamps with 100% coverage. So as soon as an overcharge spawns, it's stunned by poison swamp. It's hit by ACP, and then
589 though. Realistically, I love to keep it going, but how many players are going to reach 4 poison swamps?
You don't. But my point is, you don't have to hit 4 poison swamps. Even 2 is enough to suffice, so long as it's properly upgraded.
Yep.
So the end goal, at least the minimum goal, is at least
The
permanent
minimum
poison
goal
swamps.
is 2 permanent poison swamps with max stun labs. Don't worry about damage. Poison swamp doesn't do much damage against fleets. You're gonna need chain lightning or something else for damage. Just use it for stuns because stuns are everything now.
On that note, also the AoE mastery is one that can help increase the size of your poison swamps, and something to be looked at.
Oh,
Actually, something I'm going to be looking at in the near
so
future.
is that going to be a mastery to go after now? Maybe.
I am thinking so. I know that Greeny has it. I've seen his tournaments and the size of his poison swamps, even at like 98, 85-meter range, and they are very large, at least in comparison to the ones I'm running in tournament. So I'm assuming it is the mastery because it does increase the range of everything that it boosts the damage of under the normal abilities of the card.
What about the general just purpose of the changes? I know everyone's thinking about like how it affects ELS and they're not going to get as many waves, but I mean, what about them just, their reasoning? I agree with tags as far as they could have went about this a different way. Because the main thing they're trying to attack is, sitting in tournament for 6 hours. That's really
Or
annoying. I don't have that
Yeah.
experience in Legends because I'm not in Legends doing, 5K waves. But I mean, when I'm in Champs, dude, like 4 hour tournaments are not fun. So
Yeah, but didn't the changes happen at both tiers? So the scaling.
yeah, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's good they're doing something to, reduce the, you know, amount of time that you have to sit in tournament. I do think they could have went about it in a different way, but I mean, if the nerf equally hits everyone, really, it just changes the way you
well,
play the game.
the nerf, at least the ELS nerf, it hits everyone equally, but at the same time, it doesn't. So it's going to hit late game players harder than it is early game players. It's actually going to be at least slightly a benefit to early game players who didn't have the 50-60% ELS before at the beginning, at least the beginning of
Yeah,
their runs. They're actually going to
100%.
have ELS. Whereas before they didn't. It was a useless stat. And they didn't put into it because it wasn't going to help them in tournament. Now, at the very least, for a few waves, it is actually going to be usable by them. As far as shortening the tournaments, yes, we all want shorter tournaments. I know I'm tired of running 6-hour tournaments. I was
Yeah.
talking to Greeny the other day, and he's tired of running 10-hour tournaments because he slows down towards the end of his runs to make sure he gets maximum waves. But even that is a catch-22 because before the lower tier players, they were doing their runs, it took less than an hour, and they went back to farming. And that gave them time to try and get more coin to get closer to us, the higher up players, while we were sitting in 6 to 10 hour tournaments. And now they lose that time.
In a way, though, don't you also like? Could they be trying to? Because I don't think they would just go out and say it. But could they be trying to like even out the playing field? Because if you think about what this does, it's going to make everyone kind of come closer together. The people who are doing 1,000, 2,000 waves or under in Legends, they're all going to be closer to each other. So people who otherwise wouldn't be placing as high will be placing higher because other factors are going to be taken into consideration. It will no longer be who has the strongest econ, who has spent the most time at the top with all these coins. And in a way, it's like kind of nerfing the people who've been playing for a long time and evening the playing field a bit. Do you think that was the goal, or part of the goal at least?
No, if anything, I don't see much changing in the place of placement as in tournaments. The people
Yeah.
at the top are still going to be at the top. The people at the bottom, they're actually going to be the ones that are the most screwed because of the increased tier going from 14 to 17 and the
True.
changes to ELS and it completely disappearing. It'll help them a little bit, but ultimately, it's going to actually lessen the amount of people in Legends on a full-time basis. And it's going to lower the amount of brackets, which actually will make it more difficult for the people at the top. Because they're going to
Yeah,
be
that is true. I didn't think about that because they are jumping 3 tiers.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
because
that,
the
that difficulty swap.
yeah, because the ELS
Sorry,
thing, it's going to affect. Oh no, you're good. It seems the ELS thing's going to affect everyone. A lot of players think that, well, the ones that were like bouncing between legends and champs, they feel now that they're never going to be able to like stay in legends or like progress now with this. But I think, I mean, because it's hitting everyone, I think it'll be fine. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad, but we got to wait and see. But I mean, I kind of wish they would have done. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah. What are your thoughts on that, guys? Like, do you think EHP is a thing now in Legends?
No, it's not, Tags.
No.
Yes, they did make Legends harder for everyone, but they made it a lot harder for people who rely on EHP, and so much so that even glass cannons who are weaker than hybrid players and champ are now going to promote to Legends easier and stay in Legends easier than EHP players, because EHP is completely dead. And also, I do want to point out that Big Mike and Versetti, both of their comments were 100% accurate. Yes, they did make the game harder for everyone. What was the intention, to lower the difference between low players and high players? No. Will it do that? Yes. Will it really knock high players down, those placing top 5? Are they going to place lower? Probably not.
No, of course not. Because, they already have everything in the game. But all the people in between, the other 98% of players.
Yes, everyone who is not in the top 5 absolutely could see a decrease, especially if they're more invested in EHP than damage, or even if they have a split between the two. This update now heavily favors glass cannon more than EHP. Even those who are hybrid may see a pretty good hit here, and those who were glass cannon from the start, they might actually go up in rank.
Yeah, me personally, I think this update really doesn't change much. Like Mike said, Big Mike said, we're all gonna feel it the same, but I do think the players are gonna shuffle. It's gonna be a big reshuffling.
Mm-hmm. But ultimately, what it comes down to is this is just a band-aid. They're trying to fix tournaments, but without a complete rework of it.
Yeah, I kind of.
And it's temporary.
I kind of wish they would have done maybe tier 15 plus and then added another league and made that tier 17 plus. But I don't know. It's too late now.
A lot of people said that they did this and they left themselves room to do that, and that's why they did this.
Okay.
Which kind of makes sense as well.
I have a really big hot take on what they should do as far as tournaments. I'm sure a couple of y'all have heard what I said about it, but a bunch of people don't seem to be on board with that solution. My solution was to put the top people into basically just something where they're competing for games that don't increase the strength of their tower, but they still get their keys. So they get placed in I'm trying to think of the word. I can't think of it. They just get placed in a league. Like a skin league. You get cool tower skins because you do 30k waves and legends. But we still give you your keys.
Yeah, but I mean, even us higher up players are still looking for stones. There's still upgrades. There's still a bunch of stone sinks. I mean, maybe not if you're Sky or Ron, but even Greeny has updates he wants to do. Crowbar Zero, Teapot, Oil, they all have upgrades they still want to do.
Okay, I would not mind doing what you said, competing against other whales, other top players in exchange for other rewards, but it should be opt-in. It should not be forced.
Also, by what
cosmetic
you put people
that was the word.
Cosmetic. That's
cosmetic
the other thing,
league.
By what metric would people be eligible to join that league?
That would be what we'd have to figure out.
I would assume you'd have to place at first in Legends at least once, and then it's optional if you want to join that league or not. and I would assume this extra league would run separately to tournament. So you can still do tournament and this league. This league would occur at a different time, with the only reward being exclusive cosmetics.
But at the same time, if you do that, then it defeats the purpose of the league entirely.
I know a lot of
Right.
people who would run just for exclusive cosmetics.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah, I've been
I
saying
think they
that,
get
but people
coins. They
disagree
get a
with
coin
me.
increase, but
I think
For me,
all the
it's not
whales would love to do that. I didn't mean to
Okay.
cut you off there,
Um,
sorry about that.
Any last words about this before we move on? I know. I'm looking at the time. Holy crap, we're already like 35 minutes in.
yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah. But you told me about an hour, so we're still only halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
No,
You know?
the only thing I'll say is the tier scaling as far as Legends League is too much. A 3-tier jump. I personally think if the backlash is enough that they'll roll it back to 16. At least that's my hope. I think I really do think 3 tiers is too much.
I agree with Versetti in the sense that the rework itself was too much. I don't have a problem with 3 extra tiers. Honestly, I wouldn't even have a problem with 4 extra tiers. What I have a problem with is them completely almost trashing the most important stat in the game. ELS was number 1, and they didn't just make it number 3, or number 2, or maybe number 4. They moved it down to priority number 6, and that is what I have a problem with.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like when you think about it, a tier 17 plus would have been fine if they didn't put in that ELS stuff, you know, because of the scaling, basically.
I
mean-
am for an ELS nerf. I am not for nerfing it to the ground completely like they did. It should
Yeah.
not go to 0 in about 1,000 waves.
I will say though, this does give them the option to add in more ELS multipliers and levels and enhancements.
Yes, you are
Because-
correct. You are correct, Versetti, but keep in mind this new ELS reduction doesn't apply in farming, and if they did that, you can go over 100%, and that would be a problem.
Not if they put a hard cap on it like they did defense percent.
Okay, I guess that's fair. I don't see them doing that, but it's fair.
Yeah, just a thought.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so there's the decay and then the multiply. There's still skip reduction when you farm, so that's untouched. But other than that, I guess we already went over the scaling. Besides that, they made some other small adjustments. I guess we can move on to the change log. It's kind of unfortunate to the people that spent all their gems because it looks like they're adding a card slot. Something about wall tunneling. Second wind spawns a wall now, which is interesting.
That actually might make the second wind mastery more useful to some people, especially because the multiplier it gives to regen. You're actually going to be able to regen your wall a lot faster after the second wind goes off.
Yeah.
It sounds
As-
like
I've been
the
waiting for you to
walls-
bring this up. I have a point to make here with this. I think this one was targeted at the EHP players because a big problem for EHP players is the second wind was almost essentially, it's not a completely useless card, but it was almost a useless card because if you didn't have the wall rebuild lab done and your wall went down as EHP, you get flooded, you lose all your energy shields instantly, your second wind pops, you're done. It's like instantaneous.
Yeah.
Now you get your wall back one more time, which makes the card like actually feel like it's doing something.
Now you get 5 more waves.
Whatever.
Which could
What
make
if
a
you-
difference. I've seen when people die and at 44,
I don't
95
think
on a
this makes
on
no
a
difference.
attempt. It probably isn't.
I have to
No,
agree with JP.
sometimes you die from an unlucky thing. So
Yeah.
This makes no difference. They killed
This
EHP
makes
in
no
the tournament.
difference.
This makes no difference. They already killed EHP in tournament. Will this be useful in farming? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so wait, you mean to tell me I shouldn't be getting regen mastery now? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Oh,
there is a
boy.
point. 589 got it, but
Yeah.
it's a very far away point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the invulnerability from nuke too. That's
yeah, I was
another
about to
thing.
I
say
like that.
that's interesting.
Yes, that
I
is
do
nice.
like that.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Smart
the
nuke
reason-
automation just got more valuable.
Yes.
Yes.
Like scatter. It might help you with scatters, maybe.
It could, yeah. The
Yeah.
you know which one I like really too, JP? I think we mentioned this earlier. The damage the damage slider now when intro sprint's active, it doesn't it's like disabled when intro sprint is on. So like your damage is 100% even though you could set the
that's
damage limiter. So like I did a test run earlier. I set my limiter to like E minus 16% during intro sprint, and it stayed at 100% damage so that you don't die early. And then when intro sprint's done, then it does the damage reduction for you, which is cool. So that you don't have to worry about your overnight runs being ruined because you set your thing too low for that.
And that is nice.
Right.
It's cool.
I actually normally do lower my damage slider on my farming, at least during intro sprint. So this just saves me some steps. And I can't forget to re-put it back to where it's supposed to be.
Yes. Yeah. Also, I wanted to bring this up. Is this an indirect buff to consume? It says here, improve behavior of the critical coin card, so it applies to Black Hole and Thorns. Is that like a buff for EHP players, I guess? don't know.
No, that just makes a critical card mastery
No.
give slightly more coins.
So I was talking
Maybe.
about this to somebody. Like, your basics basically never die to your thorns, right? And or to your black hole. So like, which difference does it make?
Right.
It's like, right, your basic, because the crit coin only applies to basic enemies.
I thought the same thing.
So how many people are, if you're like glass cannon or further up, like basic enemies are not dying to thorns or black hole damage, or right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Not as
So-
EHP at least, yeah.
So I
Not
think
at all.
I think it's an EHP buff a little bit again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but are those players going to be getting crit coin plus?
Maybe,
Mastery, whatever?
maybe now it's a thing
Oh.
if you have enemies stacking on your wall.
It could be, yeah. Oh,
Who knows?
yeah. It could be. I mean, maybe.
That's a pretty low tier mastery. I'm just saying.
It is. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
but
is, yeah.
People are getting health regen first. It's a different game. 589.
First? Oof.
I've seen
But
I've seen
I
some
don't think
people
so.
I've seen some players get like health regen mastery early. Yeah. I've seen it.
So it's a different game, guys. But yeah,
JP, by the time you can afford critical coin mastery, you're already going to have such a low sync time that nothing's going to sit on your wall long enough for Thorns to kill it in the first place.
Well, the only thing that might really die to thorns is probably going to be overcharge.
Yeah,
Maybe
but as far as the critical coin card, it just, it doesn't, I don't think it really made a big difference, but I guess we'll see. It'd be nice.
Yeah, we'll have to see about that one. It says here when fleets are introduced at later waves, only one fleet will drop rewards. I hope that doesn't affect tier 21, but no, that they're saying that later waves. So I hope tier 20 and 21 are not affected. I don't know.
and again, what's later waves? Are they talking about the 10,000 plus?
I
Like
think
those
that's what
fleets?
they
I
mean.
think so.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like 15K was when they have fleets now in tier 1, so somewhere around there.
And what's this? All three enhancement labs have had their formula change.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, yeah,
Does
I
that
did the
mean
math
that?
on this.
Yeah. So
I did
wait,
the
does
math.
that mean that it's they're buffed now? Those
Yes,
labs.
It's a slight buff.
Okay.
I have the numbers. If you want them.
Sure. What's the
So
numbers?
Give us a
Yeah,
random
please.
example.
Okay, so if the cost is 100 coins, just for the sake of, so call it 100%. In the old math, if you leveled any of those labs to 100, it would have cost you 76.92 coins. With the new math, it's 70. So you're saving 6.9231% at max level at the top end of it. So that's your coin delta. It's not really that big, but it is technically a buff.
Okay, so I got to do that lab more then.
It's expensive. I did I looked at down the sheet. I think the entirety, if you to level any one of them to max, is 1 small s, without any lab coin discount. So by the time you get there, you'll probably be pretty high on that level too.
Oh,
So it'll be around high big queues, hundreds of big queues.
I know like 589 and Versetti, you guys did a couple levels of those or no? 589.
The enhancement
couple levels
production
of which
cost.
one?
Yeah.
The enhancement ones, those new ones.
I did the coin one. I did that to about 50 and I stopped because it just didn't matter.
Wow.
Yeah, the first 60 levels are cheap as hell. Like they're in the low,
yeah.
like low small queue range for the cumulative, but after that it ramps up pretty quick into like the big queue per level.
And
Which
then
for,
the time.
for like a
Or
Versetti and a
factor.
589, maybe that's cheap. For me, that's expensive. I can't do that.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm pulling 1 big queue a week. I can't be doing that yet. Maybe 2.
Soon,
Yeah.
soon, bro.
Here's a big one. Speaking of a big one, the primordial collapse. I know everyone's pissed off about this because it was a bug for a while and they're finally fixing it. And I think everyone's pissed off about it now because it's actually being fixed now and it's not applying double benefits to on the wall and stuff now.
I'm happy.
Did any of y'all even use primordial collapse? I mean, this room of
I
guys,
couldn't.
Like, all of us are glass cannon, right?
I couldn't.
So,
It was still mythic.
yeah.
I was going to.
I use it.
I
for
can't use
farming
it.
do you?
currently.
Do you even know about this bug?
I use it for farming,
Yes.
but I never used the bug. I had no reason to.
I mean, it was killing the EHP delusion, so I'm all for it.
It was basically, well, see, players were using it with the flame bot to cheese their way to assist mods on tier 19.
Yep.
And
Yep.
now with this, I don't think it's going to be a viable strat anymore. I don't know, or not as effective at least. So
Well,
who knows?
it's not even the cheese. I was just talking to Chris in the other voice channel, one of our buddies that plays,
Yeah.
and he lost like 500, 600 waves just in his
Wow.
regular farming,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too.
which isn't a lot, but I mean, maybe at the lower level you might lose more.
Players are going to lose some waves for sure. I mean, I'm
They
pretty
didn't
sure
mean to do that.
yeah.
Nah.
I mean,
just
it's the
kinda
same thing.
unnecessary.
It was the same thing with orbital augment. Like it was something that was going to get fixed eventually, and I mean, same thing with primordial
Yeah.
collapse. It just took longer for them to fix. That's all.
And,
It's
and
kind of
most,
like someone being arrested 30 years after they committed a crime. You know, at that point, like, just leave it.
come on, depends on the crime.
Oh
but,
man.
but
I killed 20 people. Oh, it was 30 years ago. You're good to go, buddy.
Yeah, sure.
Big Mike, with that, I think they had to, because a lot of players could see that it was giving them like a bigger benefit than even the description. Like it was just a bug that was well known, you know.
Like you're saying, like
The-
you're
the
saying,
Prim
like
C, the Prim
it
C.
didn't apply to everyone. Is what you're saying?
No, I'm saying everyone knew about it. You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
didn't know about it per se. I knew there was something going on, but I never
Yeah.
looked into it because I couldn't benefit from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I actually didn't really know about it up until like a week ago, when they said that they were gonna fix it, and I was like, wait, it was bugged. But then
Yeah.
again, I
Mhm.
don't farm with it, so I'd have no idea.
Yeah, so I think the people who farm with it, like the math and the damage reduction they were getting, they was
Right.
just it was too much. And we'll see
I
what
got
happens
you.
now.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Who knows? Other than that, there were some UI adjustments. Something about by the way, wasn't there an issue with the pulsar and orbital augment in the past? I believe they
Was.
fixed.
Yes. They called that out. They knew there was a problem when they released orbital augment.
Did you guys know about that? 589
Yeah.
Versetti?
Yes, yeah, because that's something I
Yeah.
actually use. So they did buff OA again.
What do you mean by that, bro?
Wait,
I
they did?
I mean, the first time it was actually a buff in disguise. It nerfed infinity runs, but helped against fleets, and that's all I used it for was fleet. So it was a buff for me, and now they just buffed it again because I always used PH with it.
Yep.
Yeah, so basically here it says there was an unintended interaction with pH and orbital augment. In other words, the pulsar harvester, where equipping both of them would reduce the damage of OA unintentionally. So they fixed that.
Oh, see, and that was something I remember them putting that in the patch notes when they originally released OA. So I had actually forgotten about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. Other than
We
that,
got a couple quick things, right? Like
yeah, there's
now
a few
when
things.
you get all your perks, now it just says view perks instead of pick a
Oh,
perk.
thank God.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. That
So
is
this
nice.
thing
I like
here
that.
is really cool. So did you guys see what they did with Golden Tower? It says that they
It looks cool.
they rewrote the VFX from scratch, improved performance. I think that might actually give a little slight coin gain. I think my last run, I got a little bit of a coin gain off of it.
Oh
You know,
God,
tiny bit. I don't know. It could have been that
You
or
sure
something
wasn't
else.
normal
But, you know.
variance?
the visual
Could have been.
It just looked better.
It does look cool.
Well, it did say to improve performance, but you know, I mean,
No, you're right though, Tags. It could be from FPS, bro. You never know. It could
mean-
be, you know what I mean? You could be getting more.
I mean, how do you know? I mean, like, how do you know my econ might have performed better? You never know. But yeah, but yeah, it looks better now too. It looks pretty cool when you do milestone runs. But
You know, one
yeah.
thing I like now too is when you press the menu and it says exit battle instead of end
Yeah.
round or whatever.
Yeah.
yes. Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
so
we're at a real
little-
battle, guys.
yeah, so now you can go back to the main menu in the middle of a run if you want to, and then go back into the run instead of
Oh,
ending
you could
it.
now?
Yes.
good?
Yeah, you could go back to the main menu and then just click on resume battle to go back into your run. But
Oh, and it says Tags. It says if you press it, it says, "What would you like to do? Surrender or go home?" That's pretty cool.
yeah,
If you
Now
press
the
exit battle,
one thing
Yes.
one thing I haven't tested though is when the game crashes. For instance, when your game crashes, you resume around. Your ultimate weapons haven't come up yet. So if you end the round right now, if you go home and go back in, does it put you right where?
Oh no! Should I test it for science, guys?
I-
I'll test it for science.
I think for
I
that
don't know how
still
far
your
in are
ultimate weapons are going to be off again. I
All right,
think
let me
that.
see.
if
I
you-
went
if you
home,
go-
resume battle. Yep, all the ultimate weapons are off.
Yep, they're off.
Ah,
Okay.
Really?
So still not working.
Yeah, so
That
it-
sucks.
Yep,
Maybe you
just
should have
tried it.
waited till death until
I have my demon mode.
mode.
so yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah,
I
man.
wouldn't do that without
Oh
it.
man, I was literally I had a
That's-
soundboard sound for that,
No.
but I'm not going to play because I don't want to mess up the flow of this. But yeah,
Oh.
that's oof.
Then your run doesn't keep going then in the background, right?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so it is just paused, but it's still the shitty pause.
That's bad pause. Yeah.
Like last things about the bug fixes or the other changes? Because there's one more thing I wanted to go over really quickly. Was there anything else to add to these real quick?
No.
Module banner. Do we want to talk about that?
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to get to.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
was
you beat
gonna-
me to it.
I'm reading the patch
yeah.
notes.
Yeah, so yeah, I've been looking forward to this for a long time because I need BHDs, in other words, the black hole digester. I need galaxy compressors. I need dim cores. I need all that, man. And
Core.
this is going to help. But how much you want to bet, man? We're going to dump like 10k gems just to get like one epic, you know, like with our luck.
Right.
10K
You know what?
gems?
You know
Rookie
the only
don't
thing
know.
I'm mad about is that core is first. That is the only thing.
Yeah,
I'm
because I
mad
wanted to save up
They
for
know
it.
what they're doing.
I
know what they're
just
doing.
spent 35
Generator
gems last
So,
night.
so guys, before we go crazy, okay? They're doing holiday featured module banners, right? There's gonna be 4 banners coming out. The first one's gonna be core, cannon, then generator, and last epic. And each one is lasting 1 week, and there is no downtime in between them. So
Yeah.
sleep well.
That's so
Yeah.
screwed. Like,
So
we can't.
Like gem
we have to
packs.
no,
fight
but here's
them.
no, but look at the bright side. If you're looking to pull more galaxy compressors, you got a whole year to save up your gems. You know, you won't be able to pull them until next year
That's a good
anyway.
one.
That's a good one, Taz. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, the 4th. yeah, the 4th to the 11th for gen mods.
They want you to
Yes.
have
Mhm.
to buy gems. Why would they do
Yeah.
this on Chris? That's really it doesn't really make any sense
You,
because
you
people
know,
are spending money on holidays. Very bad time to put something in the game like that.
I
in
know,
my
yeah,
personal
man.
opinion.
Last year they did have a Christmas pack. This is what we're getting instead of a Christmas pack.
Really?
Yeah, that sucks. That's so
I
I
thought
ridiculous.
mean,
we
at
were
least
going to get a
this one,
Christmas pack. Damn.
at least
is
Oof.
this guys? Is
it,
this more valuable than a Christmas pack?
No,
100%. Yes.
For me,
If
yes.
you have
no.
gems,
I
Guys, you're
mean,
gonna be
Yeah,
able to pull
it
what
it
specific
depends.
module you
if you have
want.
It depends.
gems,
If dim core is 70% pull rate, then yes, it's worth. I mean, we'll see though.
dude. There's
We'll
what
see.
6 of each mod type, so you're still very unlikely to get the one you need. So no, I don't think it's
yes,
worth
but
it.
at least you have a
Yeah.
better chance. 6 instead of what 24.
Yeah,
I'd
I'd rather get
rather
stones though,
still
but
be on.
that's my hot take.
So I think Big Mike, a lot of people are module stuck. Like a lot of people, and I think like having a featured banner can help a lot of people.
Oh
Like a
no,
lot
I
of
think
people,
so, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
a
no,
lot
I
of people
agree.
don't have project funding to Ancestral. They missed out on that one because they started later. I don't know if you do. And then a lot of people didn't get like Sharp Fortitude, and that'll help a lot of early game players.
But
Mhm.
we're just talking about the time, like the time of release. So like for the holidays, it's like yeah, I can get a Christmas pack. I can't get 5 gem packs, but maybe I could a month from now. But we won't know because it won't be there then. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
well, the nice thing about the mods is it doesn't at least cost money. It can if you buy gems, but it doesn't
Right.
have to.
So
a good point.
basically, I got to make a decision now: get the gem packs or buy Christmas gifts for my family. You know, I got to make it. You know, it's a tough choice. You know,
I guess
You know,
I don't know. I guess.
we already know what you're gonna
Nah,
do.
I'm just
We already
kidding.
know.
I
obviously
think I know what
jetpacks.
Pearl would say.
Wait,
I
what?
think I know what Pearl would say.
Well, I guess she ain't getting a gift. That nah, I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Nah,
Tags.
I'm just kidding.
Remember,
Oh my god.
Remember, she's gonna hear that.
To the doghouse I go.
She listens
Well,
to your
Pearls,
episodes,
just
if
you
kidding.
you
watch
made
out.
it this far, Pearls, GG's.
Yeah, GG's to me.
Jeez,
Put it
Oh,
on the
man.
table or buy gem packs. I'm buying gem packs.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I mean, I'd probably still go for stone this because I haven't done my stone packs this month because Christmas. So if I'm gonna get anything, it's gonna be those. I'll just take the extra gems and buy some mods.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I wonder what the pull rates are going to be. If it's like 50%, we'll see. I don't know. But
I can't
I wish they would have did the armor first and get it out the way. That would have been great. But
Give
oh
you
well.
some time to save.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just rushed a big lab last night. Their timing
Yeah.
sucks.
I am
I
looking
just put
forward
a
to it
third
though.
slot.
I mean, there is
Yeah.
one module I need. So like, I do need a bunch of generators. So like, I'm not complaining. It's just I would like to get all of them, like at least the core and the generator. But I don't think I'll be able to do both.
See, I'm gonna go all in on the core because I need a farming DC. But then I'm gonna save a
Same.
week during cannon and go all in on generator, and then I don't give a damn about armor.
Yeah. The farming DC, man. I'm not looking forward to that.
That seems to be the
I
hype
only
now. In the last month, that's all I hear now is everyone, they're rushing to get a farming DC. Even some players have re-rolled their tournament one just to farm with it.
no.
You know, and I'm just like, I think I'll wait.
Oh no.
You know,
Yeah, instead,
Just-
Buds, if you see this, just let us unmerge 5 stars again, please.
oh yeah, that would be
that'd
good.
cool.
That would fix everything. You'd still have
It
people
would.
buying mods. You'd still have people spending money on gems. Just let us unmerge to 5 stars.
It's a good point.
I understand why he doesn't though, because then you're gonna have someone who unmerges restorative, whatever, and goes for just goes for generator mods.
Well, don't give him ideas.
Oh come on, he's thought of it. That's why
I
this
don't know,
hasn't
man.
happened yet.
There's a lot of other stuff he hasn't thought about, so you'd be surprised.
I mean,
Fair
I'll
enough.
tell you, just because you have an idea about something that you want to code doesn't mean it's easy to code.
Right.
Yeah, but I
I'm
mean,
just
we've
kidding.
had the unmerging in the game, so we know it's doable.
Yeah, I'm sure they're just worried about people abusing the system so they can shatter them.
Yeah, I'd
Like I
abuse it. I'd abuse
I
it
would.
pretty heavily.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
abuse the hell out of it.
I mean, he does say in the advertisement, "I love it when people break my game or try to break my
Yeah.
game." So
All right. Well, I guess that covers basically everything. I guess if there's nothing else to be said. Real quick.
I'll just say something. I like the direction the game is going. I think builds are starting to matter more and more,
Yes.
as opposed to where we
please.
were a year ago.
Yeah.
I think like 589 was saying, econ got you really far, but now like your ultimate weapon, I know the thought around chrono field is going to change again, and poison swamp is changing. So I think it's cool that the meta is switching up. Hopefully it does. Hopefully EHP is a thing, guys. Hopefully.
Defense absolute.
Oh, the defense absolute. Oh man.
Make it viable.
I just hope that
Do something with interest.
keep going, because the assist mods change the game, the fleets change the game, a bunch of stuff is changing the game for the better, in my opinion. But let's go.
Yeah. Well.
Let's keep the changes coming into the new year.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Well, I think that covers about everything. I want to say thank you to everyone that came on short notice. I know it's not the easiest to organize these things. It looks like we're about an hour in. Just in time for a short video, as I would say. So, I think
it's
that's
fine. I only missed put my son to bed.
yeah. So just in time. So so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. And if you stayed until now, leave a like or a comment on anything that you agree or disagree with, whatever. And I guess I'll see you guys next time.